So, very good morning, dear students. So, before going to start the class, I would like to say, wishing a very happy new year to all of you, my dear students. Right? For this year brings a lot of happiness in your life. Okay? So, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಖುಷಿ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ ಇರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ, ಆ ಭಗವಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಮಾಡಲಿ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾ ಸುಖವನ್ನು ತರಲಿ ಎಂದು ಆ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನೆ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸತನವನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗಲಿ ಎಂದು ಆ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ once again wishing a very happy new year to all of you. Right? So come to point. So in the last sessions we are discussing for loop, right? So for loop is a fixed execution statement, isn't it? The for loop is a fixed execution statement. Why it is called a fixed execution statement? It has the three components, right? It has the three components. One is initializations, right? So that means we have to initialize the value, right? If you are initializing the value for I is equals to 0 means the condition will be checking, right? We have to put the conditions, then n is equals to 5. This is what our conditions, right? The number of elements present in the initializations, the value begins starts from 0. You are initializing the values 0, then condition you are applying here. What is the condition? So n is equals to 5. The number of elements will be is 5, right? So then after initializations, conditions, then what? Increment, right? Increment or decrementing the value. Then that is nothing but what? So I plus plus or I minus minus, right? So this increment and decrement. So it has three components. So that's why the for loop is a fixed execution statement, right? If you are initializing the value I is equals to 0 is nothing but what? The value will be increasing here. Here the condition will be checking 0 less than is equals to 5, the condition becomes true. So it is looping. It is iterations up to unless if you are not getting the false statement, it is iterating continuously. Right? ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮಗೆ false statement ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಲೂಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. It is continuously iterations. Correct? So once you get the false statement, this comes out from the loop and exit the statement, isn't it? Then, so you are increasing the value here, increment you are getting, right? So initializing the value here, condition checking, then the value will be decreasing, then the value will be increasing or decreasing. Correct? So then I plus plus, that is I is equals to 0 is nothing but what? First value is I is equals to 0 plus 1 is nothing but I is equals to 1. Correct? So I will first I will initialize particular value. So I which is equals to 0 on the initial value. Okay? So here we are initializing the I value is 0. So I am incrementing the value here. Condition checking, the condition becomes true, then it goes to next conditions, then goes to next statement, not a condition. It goes to next statement, another incrementing other. So I is equals to plus plus another. So I value starting with 0, then 0 plus 1, then I becomes 1. Right? So 1 less than is equals to 5, again the condition becomes true. Then initializing the value I is equals to 1, condition checking, the condition becomes true. Then initializing the value here I is equals to 1, then it goes to next, right? I is equals to 1 by 3 plus 1 I add 2 by 3, right? So again I becomes 2. Then 2 less than is equals to 5, again the condition becomes true, then goes to increment value. So I value is equals to yesterday 2 plus 1 which is equals to 3. Then I becomes 3. Isn't it? I is technically 3 I value. Okay, so 3 less than is equals to 5. Then again the condition becomes true. Then incrementing the value here. So I now value is 3. You have to add plus 1. It is nothing but I which is equals to 4. Then I is equals to 4. I becomes now 4. Then 4 less than is equals to 5. Again the condition goes to next statement incrementing the value. So then I now 4 plus 1y which is equals to 5, then I becomes 5 to 5, then 4 less than is equals to 5, the condition becomes true. Again, the value will be checking here, incrementing the statement. Next statement will be goes. Then I is equals to now 5. 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. Then the I value is becomes 6. 6 less than is equals to 5, condition becomes false. So this time the value will be iterating, the value will be looping unless and until if you are not using the false statement, the loop will be goes on. Isn't it? So false statement, so if false statement loop will forever execution active. Okay, so this is the concept for. Then so what I am discussing next one. So this is what explanatory symbols. It is also called as in mathematically factorial. Right? So 5 factorial is equal to what? If you are value initializing I is equals to 1 means what? Incrementing the value 1 plus 1, 2. Then 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Either you have to apply this type or one more is there. So 5 is equal to what? You have to apply decreasing the value. Okay, so the value will be decreasing here. How? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. The answer will be same, 120, 120. So this is the systematic manner. Right? So this is the 5 factorial. So instead of 5, you can take 10 means 10 factorial means what? We have to come 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 2 into 1. Like this you have to come. Okay, so this is the concept of factorial value. Okay, already in the last sessions we are discussing these things, right? So the next come to point, that is jumping statement. Right? So the next one point is what? Jumping statement. Right? Jumping statement what? We have to jump from one place to another place. Right? So jumping statement. Okay, so jumping statement means what? It jumps from one positions to another positions, right? The program, the switch statement, right? Switch means what I'm saying. For example, if you are taking the conference call, right? Just this is for your understanding purpose. What I'm telling here. If you are taking a conference call means what? The switch will be there here. Right? Once you can check in your calls. This is for your example, for your understanding point of view I'm telling, right? So if you switch, if you are taking the switch means what? Before going to merge the calls, you have to apply switch. Switch means what? First you are in on call and hold call. Right? If you are switching means on call becomes hold, so hold becomes on call. The jump will be going on. Right? Right? So before going to the calls, you have to apply the switch, right? So if you are applying switch means what? Mac to the character download becomes upload button. So Mac to the character, so in the once you can apply it, once you can check it out, right? So on call becomes hold call becomes on call. Switch is nothing but what? The position will be changing place to another place. One position to other positions. So this is what jumping statement of the critical. Correct? So you can jump on the critical. Sometimes it is important to switch. Sometimes it is important. Sometimes it is important to positions to another positions. one positions to another positions, right? In such situations, jump statements are used. In such situations, the jump statements are used. The jump statements are used. Sometimes it is important to switch. Switch is important. What I am take the examples here. That is important. Switch the control from the right one position to another position. The position will be changing. Right? The positions will be changing. The place will be changing. Why means it is jumping. It is jumping. Right? You can take other examples. So when the network is busy, the call will be jumping, right? That means what I'm telling is you yarigo market call in yarigo hopefully. That is anything but the position will be changing. Jump I to call now. That is what this is. Other thing is right? Yarigo hope market call in yarigo by default network busy in that. Right? A call jump I to call jump I to jump is nothing but what this. Right? In such situations, the jump statements are used. Okay? So there are four types of jumping statements. There are four types of jumping statement. Okay? Actually, five already, but output is four quarter. As per our syllabus, they will give only four. There are four types of jumping statements. So one is break statement. So another one is control statement. Continue statement. So third one is go to statement. The last one is what? Exit statement. Right? So there are four types of jumping statement. The first one is the break statement, continue statement, go to statement, and the last one is what? Exit statement. Okay? So one statement will be there. Functions. That is what return statement of the particular. Narc statement particular. Four types of jumping statement. One is break statement, continue statement, go to statement, and another one is go to Akashna, return button. Sorry, exit button, exit come button. With exit statement, I one more is the return syllabus and article. So we will discuss here only four statements, right? So we will discuss only four statements here. Okay, so one by one we will discuss. Right? Understand that what is the meaning of jumping statement? It is sometimes it is important to switch the one control, switch the control from one positions to another positions. One positions to another positions. In such situations, the jump statement are used. Right? In that case, in that situations, in that cases, we have to use the jump statement. Right? There are four types of jump statement. One is break statement, continue statement, go to statement, and exit statement. Right? We will discuss one by one. Right? The first one is what? Break statement. The first one is what? Break statement. It terminates the loop. It terminates the loop. It terminates the loop. That is, control comes out of the loop. That is, control comes out of the loop. Right? It terminates the loop. Right? The loop will be terminates here. That is, controls out of the loop and execute the next statement. And execute the next statement. And execute the next statement. It also terminates the switch structure. It also terminate. It also terminate the switch structure. Also terminate the switch structure after executing. After executing a particular case statement. A particular case statement. Or one more is there. It can be used to terminate the case. And it can be used to terminate the case. It can be used to terminate the case. Or you can case statement. You can case statement because we are taking. That's why we can use case is also okay. Statement is also okay. Can use to terminate the statement is okay. It can use to terminate the case statement. There is no issues. Switch statement jump out of a while or for loop also jump while or. So where is jump? No, while statement and for loop statement. For loop statement also jumps. Okay. Right? So one or two more statements we take. It's enough to you, right? So in other it terminates the loop, right? It terminates the loop, that is control out of the loop, that is control comes out of the loop and execute the next statement. It also terminates the switch structure. It also terminates the switch structure after executing a particular case, right? We'll discuss example. Case statement. It can be used to terminate. It can be used to terminate. Like if you want to terminate the case, means we have to use the break statement, right? So in our statement execute model ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ so you have to use the break statement. right? So if you are using the break statement means what? It will jumps one positions to another positions. For example, you don't want to execute statement third and statement four means what? You have to use break statement only, right? For example, if you're having a 4 to 5 cases each, so you have to solve only 2 cases, right? You don't want to solve 5 cases. So that means in that cases we have to use break statement. So that means the break will be, if you are applying the break means the statement will execute only one line two. Okay. If you are applying the break statement means what? That only 2 cases will be executed, remaining cases not executed, terminate the outcome of it. Right? Only 2 cases to execute ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದ್ರಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ 3 ಕೇಸ್ execute ಮಾಡೋ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so you have, whenever you are applying the break statement means what? Statement will be executed, remaining statement will not execute the break statement. If you are applying the break statement means what? The control outcome loop ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೂಪ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶೋ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ನೀವು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ರೈಟ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ಬೈಕ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೈಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಾದಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಒಂದು ಮುಳ್ಳು ಏನೋ ತಿಳ್ಕೋರಿ ನೀವು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. Terminate means what? You are hardcore ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. That means the case only 2 cases will be executed. Remaining ಅದು terminate ಆಗ್ತದೆ. hardcore jump ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. You can take the natural example here. For example, ನೀವು ಬೈಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮುಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಿ. ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಿ ಬೈಕ್ ನ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಿ. ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ರಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. That is nothing but what? Jumping statement. Okay. So here this the syntax here. Syntax for jumping statement here. Open curly brace. Case statement 1. Case statement 1. Statement. Okay. Case statement 3. Case statement 4. Case statement 5. Okay. Close the curly brace. So there are 5 cases there. These 5 cases, for example, what I am taking, you have to execute the statement only 3. So in that case, we have to do here, we have to apply the break. Right? Whenever you are applying break means what? If you are applying the break means the control out from the loop and execute direct execute. Control comes out of the loop and execute the next statement. Next is what? Exit statement. Exit flag. So ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಈ 5 cases available. ಈ 5 cases statement ಒಳಗ so only we have to execute only 3 cases only. So ನಮಗೆ cases ಅವರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಈ 3 cases ಅಷ್ಟೇ execute ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೀವು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Whenever you are applying the break statement, the control comes out from the loop and execute the next statement. Next ಏನಂದ್ರೆ exit statement ಅಂತ. Right? Break statement ಅಂದ್ರೆ exit statement. So ಈ statement execute ಆಗಿ loop ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ only ಈ 3 cases ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Understand? Only you have to show 3 cases on your display bar. Why? Means you are applying the break statement here. Okay? So it jumps directly. Whenever you are applying the jumps, it jumps directly to the exit statement. Jump ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ jump ಆಗಿ exit statement ಗೆ execute ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಬರುತ್ತೆ. Really control comes out from the tools and execute this exit. Right? So this is what break statement. Right? So you can take the another examples. Right? ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಮೂರೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Right? So ಇದು. So you can take the example here. Right? So program example. Hash include iostream.h hash include ponio.h. Right? Two header file will be declared here. Int I, right? Int I is the what? The value should be integer types. I value should be integer types, right? Because that's why I am using the int type, int data types. Because the I value should be integer types. 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you can take. The value should be integer types, right? Don't use to float. Float is equal to what? 1.1, 2.2, 2.5, 2.7. This is equal to what? Float data types. But we don't want to float data types. We want only integer data types. That means the I value should be int data types. That's why I'm using the data type is what? Integer data types I'm using. Right? So the next for loop I am applying here. For I is equals to what? I is equals to 1. I which is equals to 1. I is equals to I less than is equals to 5. I plus plus. This is the looping statement, for loop statement, because it is fixed execution statement. For loop is a fixed execution statement. That's why I am using the for loop statement here. Okay. So here I am using the for loop statement. The value should be integer type. So I am taking the I value, the n value, when it becomes 5 here. Up to 5 will be increased in the normal conditions. Right? In a normal statement up to 5. That is nothing but what? I is starting value initialized. Here I am initializing the value I is equals to 1. Then value I am taking the n is equals to 5. Then I less than is equals to 5. Right? So initializing the value, condition checking, incrementing the value in a normal statement. But in generic statement is different. Right? I am taking the for loop statement here. Listen carefully here. Printf percentage of d I. Printing the statement. Whenever you are using the integer type means the scanf statement d irtadri. Int tondre d irtadri. Floating value tondre percentage of f anta irtadri. Okay, so if you are taking the scanf statement in integer tondre, the value should be percentage of d anta bartade. Right, the value should be integer types. So that's why percentage of d anta bartade. That means read ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Right, instead of reading na print ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ read ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲೇ ನಾವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ print ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Okay, fine. If I is equals to 3, ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ? I value 3 ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. Understands what I am telling? Clearly understand. ನನಗ I which is equals to 3 value and one day statement execute ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರಿ ನಾನು 1 2 3 4 5 ಐದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೋ ನನಗೆ ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ I want to display only I is equals to 3 statement. I want only I is equals to 3 statement only. I don't want to remaining cases. I want only this 3 statement only. So if you want get I is equal to 3 simple code, break will be applied. Are you listening? Break statement will be applied. Okay? 2 curly braces and closing it because 2 opens 2 closing it 2 opens 2 close. Right? If I am applying the I value is equals to I becomes 1 I is equals to 1 so 1 less than is equals to right. I am taking I is equals to 3 condition but I value 3 get I less than is equals to 3 false right the looping statement I is equals to 1 I is equals to I less than is equals to 5 I is equals to 3 but I mean I which is equals to 3 3 less than is equals to 5 because I am applying break statement 3 number break so I less than is equals to 3 no less than is equals to 3 no 3 less than is equals to 3 the condition becomes true okay 3 less than is equals to 3 or if you are doing this less than is 3 is equals to 3 execute the statement only printing the statement here right visual printing here only 3 less than is equals to 3 statement will be printing here again if you don't want to do 4 less than is equals to 3 no it's not completely wrong it is right again 3 is equals to 3 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ 3 is equals to 3 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ I values ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ 3 is equals to 3 ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸಿಕ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸೊ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ break after next will not necessarily go to execute the or checking the next statement right why means if you are getting the value becomes here only why you want to check the next another statement right now basic ನಂತರ ಯಾಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಸಿಕ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ 3 is equals to 3 understand so this is what break statement right so clearly I am telling why we want to use break syntax but each and everything we discussed in this class syntax we use for everything example also I will show you okay one more time break statement it terminates the loop if you are understanding the break means you can understand the remaining statement if you are understanding the break statement means how we can apply the statement how we can apply the go to statement how we can apply the exit statement right so depend upon the break statement all the statement will be there if you are understanding this break statement means what the remaining statement will be exit understand right if you are not understanding this break statement means the remaining statement will be difficult to understand right this is the only important part of this break statement in jumping statement break only the important part right if you are understanding this break statement means remaining statement will be understand easy right more than I will break statement it terminates the loop okay it terminates the loop that is control comes out of the loop it terminates the loop that is control comes out of the loop and execute the next statement it also terminates the switch structure after executing a particular cases after executing a particular case statement. Or one more, it can be used to terminate. It can be used to terminate the case statement. It can be used to terminate the case statement. Jump out of a while equals to 1 check marking right? While is equals to 1. Why we are using while is equals to 1 means it is execution statement. While 1 is always execution statement. I told in last class only. Right? Problem solving technique ಒಳಗೆ while 1 ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ it is the execution statement. That's why we can use the while statement, right? ಇದು execute ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು while 1 always execution statement ಅದ. So that's why we can use the while statement, right? So jump statement out of a while or for loop statement also. This is the syntax. Case 1, case 2, case 3. Syntax example different and this is for your listening purpose example is different. Right? So in more case ಅಷ್ಟೇ execution ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ you have to apply the three cases and after that you have to show the three cases and apply the break statement. After that the control comes out of the loop and execute the execution statement. Right? ಯಾವ execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ this exit statement execute ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Right? ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವೆರಡು cases ನಿಮಗೆ execution necessary ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ so you not necessary to execute the remaining these two cases okay? So come to here example part of loop. So header file I am preparing in I value should be integer data types, so that's why I am using the int data types here. So for loop I am taking here jumps out of a jump ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ while loop turn ಆಗ್ತದೆ for loop ನಾನು so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ so this is another statement same statement adare this is different statement break into different statement adare okay so for loop I is equals to 1 I is equals to 5 I plus plus so printf and print ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ consideration be I value print ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ this I value I want to print here so that's why I is equals to 3 ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದು print ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ only I is equals to statement print ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ right so ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ up to 5 1 2 cases will ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ 4 5 cases will ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ right 1 2 I is equals to 3 so I is equals to 1 I is equals to 3 ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತು ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ so 2 less than is equals to 3 again this is also false I don't want this one so 3 less than is equals to 3 I is equals to 3 I again mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ so loop ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ವಿ 3 less than is equals to 3 ಬಂದ್ವಿ ಇದು so this statement execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ display ಆಗ್ತದೆ and comes out from the loop. Understand? So this is what the break statement. Okay. Right? So remaining 3 statement will be there. So I will stop the session here only. So remaining 3 statement we will discuss in the next class one by one. Okay? So I will stop the session here only. Remaining we will discuss in next class. Okay? Thank you very much and have a nice day. Okay?